Hello everybody, this is Tracy from Tracy's Arts and Crafts. Today I thought we'd build up a little bit on our ephemera collection because I have so many journals at the moment that I need to fill. It's insane. Now, one of my favourite videos for bookmarks is Pam at the Paper Outpost. She does a wonderful video on this really clever bookmark, and I've actually made journals for some book lovers, and they really did love the bookmark where it could just fold out. So I'm going to show you how to make that today. I will link Pam down below. I'll be using some of her ephemera today that you can buy on her Etsy store too, so I will link that also in the description box just down below. So yeah, I have brought over with me to my craft desk some cards. This is just basic cardstock to make cards from the range here in the UK, and I don't pay very much at all. It's quite cheap, but this is a higher quality one. So, but I've got so many cards at the moment, I'm not using them, so I thought I'd come and use this. It's perfect for a base for these journals, and it's exactly the height that I wanted, so that's ideal. So we'll take one of those, and we're going to start off with just squaring it up here on the mat. And I think I want mine to be probably 2.5 centimetres wide. No, sorry, 5 centimetres wide. 5, 4, 4. No, I'm up to for 4. Yeah, I will make my mind up. I'm having one of those days. I'm indecisive. So I'm just going to use my ruler again. I'm just going to do my cheat way where I just cut it with the ruler. I don't use cutting boards. I have had them. I got rid of them because I never pulled them out, so it was pointless having them. I found it more effort to pull it out than I did a craft knife. I've been thinking about getting a guillotine one though, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't make up my mind. So you're going to want 2 of those. I'm just going to come over to the 4 centimetre mark again. Like I say, I do actually prefer, I've said this before, I do prefer working in inches, but my inches side of the mat is absolutely destroyed. It's a double-sided mat. So I'm currently on the last side before I need to get a new one. So there we go, we've got 2 of those. Now, the next thing I like to do is cover them. You don't have to. You could just ink this, you could stamp on it, you could just use it as it is. I like to cover mine, it makes them thicker. And I like to think somebody might take this bookmark out of their journal and constantly use it in different books. So I'm going to get myself some paper. Now, I got myself a new magazine the other day. Not affiliated with anyone, I don't do all that, but I got myself a magazine, and it was the Tattered Lace magazine, and it came with these beautiful papers. There's this one. There's this one. This one, they had loads, but these are the 3 I've chosen. And I thought they're just so gorgeous. They're so Moorish. I wanted a couple of things in these. So what I do is, let's have a look at the size. Oh, it's perfect to go that way, but the shoes go that way. So I'm going to cut this paper down so that I could cover it. I could do 2 of these here, cover it really well. Yep, so I'm just going to cut this down. I'll keep this little piece for something else. This will be a nice little piece of scrap paper. And we all know as crafters, scrap paper is gold dust. We don't get rid of that. We hold on to that. Especially when it's something like this, you just want to hold on to it forever. There we go. There we are. And now I'm just going to cut this piece into 2. 1 for each. Now we haven't got to worry too much about the back of these, so I'm not too worried about whether it's dead in the centre or anything like that. I just want it to be straight. But we don't have to worry, because we will be sticking paper to the back. You'll see in a little while it kind of folds out like a book by itself, and it folds out 2 ways, but it gives you some perfect writing space. So I'm going to turn this around, and that's exactly where I want it. So I'm just going to glue that down. I'm going to get my art glitter glue. Now, like I say, you don't have to do this part at all. You could already be almost finished. So if you don't want to do this part, feel free to skip forward to the next bit. Now, because it doesn't really matter, I'm just going to glue this piece, fold it any old how. It really doesn't matter. Well, I hope it doesn't matter. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out together if this is just going to be a real mess. I always just fold this way. Pam does it this way as well, and I've always done it this way. Ever since I was a little girl covering school books. So, you know, that seems to be a thing. I didn't know if everybody did it that way or what. Obviously, I do usually put in the corners and things, but in this case, it doesn't matter because all this isn't going to be seen, this back part. So yeah, just push it down, get a really nice flat edge. There we go. Now here, am I going to fold them over? Yeah, probably. Am I? No, I want to cut those. I'll just get my scissors for this job. I see a lot of YouTubers say, oh, they use all different kinds of scissors, or some say that they only use big. I only use big scissors. I'm in the big scissor category. So I use big scissors to fussy cut. I use big scissors for my threads. I'm just making sure this is closed. It's not, there's a tiny gap there if you can see my nail going into it. So this is where the art glitter glue nozzle's perfect. I'm just going to pop that in there. Give it a little squeeze if the glue comes down. There we go, and then just squeeze that together, and that will seal it. Just get my wipe. There we go. I'm just going to check the other side too. You don't want this falling apart on anyone. Yep, there's just a little bit just there. Oh, my shakes. Sorry, I do have a rare brain condition that causes me to shake. So we just have to let my brain have a moment. It takes me a little while. There we go. Yeah, don't worry, it's nothing serious. It's not life-threatening or anything like that. It's fine. Look how cute that is. That's so cute. Oh, that way around. So cute. So I'm going to ink that just a little bit while I'm here. I've got my Distress Oxide in Worn Lipstick. I prefer the oxides to the inks. I've tried both. I have both. But yeah, the oxides for me are my favourite. Now I'm using pinks. I think it's just complementary to all these sort of dusty colours that are in here. This sort of dusty purple and blue. So I think the Worn Lipstick in the oxide is quite a dusty colour. I don't know if you can see that. Get my hands out the way. It just looks, it looks finished. I always do this side as well. There we go. Nice and quick. There we go. So cute. So let's get the other side done. Again, I'll try to speed this up a little bit because I've been going so slow. But I am a slow crafter and artist, you know. It's like I say, I've got all these journals on the go at the moment, but I'm one of those people that flip between jobs. So I'll do a few journals, I'll get bored. I'm going to bring this one down a bit. Make it easier to cut. Oh, that's grabbed. Too late. Too late, Tracy, too late. Yep, so I just sort of, I've got a few journals on the go. I'll go between what I feel, because I'm quite spontaneous. So some days I will feel like doing a certain journal, and other days I feel like swapping to another one, or I'll have inspiration for a piece of art and I'll start it and then I'll come back to it in a few weeks or days, or whenever my inspiration comes back to me, that will be when I come back to that piece of artwork. So yeah, I do flip between, hence why I don't do commission work. I don't do that because it can take me quite a long time to get a piece finished, or sometimes it can take me no time at all, and I can't tell you how long it's going to take me. So I only sell pieces I've already finished and completed. Here we go, just snip off the end of that one. Oh, cut straight, Tracy, cut straight. Think straight thoughts. Straight thoughts. Yeah, I think that's straight. Straight enough. There we go. This one is sealed. Yeah, I've just pulled that apart. That was sealed. So look, this side. Oh, just that corner. So I'm not sure if you can see what I'm doing here. I hope you can. There we go. So that's that one. Again, pull in the ink. Just go round. Sometimes I round the corners, sometimes I don't. I'm not rounding the corners on these. I don't know, I just think they look perfect as they are, so I'm just going to leave that. Another important aspect of art is to know when to stop. Know when you've decorated enough. There we go. Now the next part of this, get my ink out the way. Sorry. The next part of this is to get ourselves some paper, some sort of plainish paper. I'm going to use pink for this one because it will go with the inking I've done. And what you want to do is you want to hold it. See if I can get you in shot. You want to hold it so that it is just slightly inside here. Hold it like that. You see? And then we're just going to concertina fold it. So folding it back and forth until we get the sort of M shape. I'll show you what that looks like. So we're just going to fold it again, making sure it's all lined up. Doesn't have to be exact. And one more. So we're back to where we were. Can you see? Yep. You're still with me. Just give me a shout when I lose you. There we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my ruler there and tear it because, yeah, I'm lazy. What can I say? Can't be bothered. There we go. All these little bits here, they're fine. I'll pull them off of my nails. Oh, I say I will. There we go, that'll do. And here, as you can see, you've got this sort of W or M, depending which way round you want to hold it. Just a little, and that's what you're looking for there. Okay, that is all now perfect. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue one of these onto one side of the flaps, and then one on the other, making sure you get them the right way around, because I've just had that upside down. There we go. So I'm just going to get my art glitter glue again. There we are. There we go. Don't worry about this bit, we'll cut that off in just a second. Now we're going to get this side, make sure we've got it the right way up. Is it the right way up? Yep. Again with the art glitter glue. I'm so sorry about the camera setup today and the lights and everything. It's a really dull day. I've got no light in the room. It's just so dull. And then to add to it, I cannot remember how I set up my camera before. So I've put it up, and yeah, that's the best view I can get at the moment. I'm sure I've completely forgotten how I had it. I'm sure I had it completely different as well. What we can do is, I don't know if you can see, it's very, very slight difference, but I have a difference in height there. It's the same at the bottom, it's different at the top. So I'm just going to cut that to shape and then re-ink it. Not a problem. Just cut them all to size. There we go. Get my ink in. Just re-ink the top there. Just making sure it's still sealed. Yeah, that's sealed lovely. There we go. And so if we open it, oh not my way. If we open it this way, we've got this little bit. If we open it this way, we've got this little bit. And it's ideal for writing what books you've read, what books you're on, all that sort of thing. I am just going to stamp on here. I like to add a little couple of stamps. Pam from the Paper Outpost, she did too. She added a few stamps and I thought it was so cute. So I have a drawer here full of stamps. I want to use little leaves. Add them on. I'm using here some ground espresso. It's a really dark, it's distress oxide. It's a really dark, dusty sort of brown. I think it's the darkest brown they do, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to add one in that corner, one up in this corner. Yeah. Do I want any anywhere else? So I'm going to do all four corners. That's so cute. And then on this side, I'm thinking something slightly bigger. Let's have the word. This one is cherish. Such a cute word. I prefer my wood stamps than the, I think I'll do it down here, than the silicone ones and things. I just don't store them responsibly. And then they go all sort of gunky and funny after a time, because I end up losing the packaging and all sorts. So there we go. That's so cute, and you can just leave that there. You can add decoration. We'll go on to do one more, I think, just so you can see how it's done. And I think this time we'll try to do it a bit more simply so we can get one actually finished. So I'm going to get myself another card. Let's get all this out of the way. So I can show you what it looks like if you're not wrapping it and you're just using it as it is. So I'm just going to line this up. Are you in? No? There we go. Four centimetres again. I quite like that size. Works well. And then 4 centimetres again. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay. That's those. So let's round these corners. I think we'll round this one as it's a plain one. I would say I'd round it if I can find a corner round it. Here it is. There we go. It's a great little corner rounder. Again, I got it from the range here in the UK. I think it was £5, something like that. But this one does the small corners, because I like to have small corners. There we go. And I think I'm going to ink this one in some vintage photo. So it's just a distress ink, this one, in vintage photo. I don't have just distress inks. My actual favourite ones is Memento and Stays On. They're my favourite inks. But I do like a few of the colours of distress inks, and I find that they are, you know, the nicer colours. You've got various browns and things that you can work with, and just a little bit more choice if you use a lot of different ones. So there we go. There's those two. And now I'm just going to get another piece of paper to use. I think this time I'm going to use one of my sort of greeny dyed ones that I have. I'm going to concertina fold it. Again, just inside. Pull that out. Turn it over and back on yourself. Back over and back on yourself. And there you go. You've got yourself a little W or M. So again, I'm just going to get my ruler, whip that down. There we go. And I am just going to ink the wrong side of these. Glue. Sorry about that. There we go. And then glue the wrong side of this one. Oh, get it straight, get it straight. Straight thoughts, everybody, straight thoughts. Why do I have to do it so wonky? I have it wonky. I think we'll be okay. Will we be okay? Can we make that work? Not really. I'm going to snip them down on the paper here. Trust me to make it wonky. Trust me. Oh, we can make that work, can't we? Yes, we can make it work. There we go. So here I'm going to add some decoration on the front of these because that's very plain, very boring. So what can we do? I always love to add a little bit of a scripty sort of stuff for the background. But today I think I'm going to do this flower stamp that I have. I bought this just the other day, actually. I've only used it once. It's a really nice flower stamp. I'm not sure on the brand though. I cannot remember because, you know, I don't keep the packaging. So I'm just in a walking nightmare. I apologise. Push it in. I want it to be random. I want it to be not perfect. There we go. That just gives a little bit of interest for the background. Well, from that, I'm going to pull in a few of Pam's from the Paper Outpost digitals. She did some beautiful digitals this month, and I wanted to use a few of her birds. So I think the first one I'm going to use is this owl. And she makes them so lovely that you can just easily, you know, cut them out. And this is from her Winter Wildlife collection. So, like I say, I'll tag a shop down below, have a little look through. I mean, digitals are so cheap and you can just keep reusing them and reusing them. So I'm just cutting into, or ripping, tearing into the owl as close as I can get to him. I was going to fussy cut, but I don't know. I think I want it to be square or rectangle. So I'm going in as close as I can without cutting anything of the owl off. There we go. There we are. And I'm just going to give him a little ink. Oh, I'm just knocking everything down off my desk. Yeah, so I craft in the living room and it's not always ideal. I do knock things down quite often. I'm just going to cut a little bit more off here. I don't know if you can see, but I'm too far over. Just ink that edge again. Oh lovely, look at that. So cute. So cute. So cute. We love cute in this house. Well, I do. You know, I wear the trousers, so. My poor husband. You've got to feel sorry for him. Now here in my little pot, I have some little bits that I have stamped. So what I do is if I get any little scraps that are these sort of skinny strips, I'll pre-stamp on them. I think I'll use that one today. What words have we got? Oh, this pretty little butterfly. What words do I have in here? Oh, love. That's a nice one, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this one down because it's a little bit wide for what I need. Oh, trying to think straight thoughts. If you have shaky hands like I do, if you hold the scissors underneath like this and then cut, it really does stop the shakes. I don't know how it would be if someone had them severely, like say with Parkinson's or something like that, but with mine, that is enough. And on this point, I'm going to chop off the corners too. So yeah, that's enough for me to get a straight line. There we go. There we go, and I'm just going to ink the edges of this one. Just give a little bit of, you can't see it I don't think on the video, but I can see where the inside of the paper, the white lines are disappearing. And it really does help with making things look a little bit more finished. But I mean, you don't have to ink at all. And there are many people that don't, and it looks fantastic. So don't feel like that's a must or, you know, a must have or anything. There we go, just a little bit there. I'll pop you like that. Just make sure everything's on the inside because I wouldn't want any of it getting ripped off or anything. Okay. Perfect. There we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my darker brown. No, I'm not. No, I'm going to work with my other brown. That is a light, isn't it? It's a light one. See what doggers I've got about. Because I've knocked my brown over, so we're just going to cross pollinate with some black. hope for the best. That's how I do. That's how I do. That's how I do me. I'm just going to fold this outwards and just give this, I do love to give it a little hue on the crease. Just going to get top and bottom as well. So there's a bit of grunginess going on this one. Oh, get all this stuff too. And that's a good tip if you have, you know, made a slight mistake. Just turn it into something grungy. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to, you know, work with them. Not have to throw it all away just because something isn't quite how you first envisioned it. Work with what you have. Work with what is happening in the moment too, because art very rarely turns out how you anticipated it. It's like if you tried to copy a portrait or something that you'd done years ago, you'd never be able to make it happen again. It just won't happen for you. It'll come out completely different. And I think that is the beauty of art, really. No two things are ever the same, a lot like people. I love inking. If you don't enjoy inking, you don't have to do this part. If you haven't got any inks, there are other things you can use. Pigment is pigment at the end of the day. Colour is colour. So you can use old makeup. You can use all sorts of things. For instance, spray inks. I've got a couple. My husband bought them for me just recently. So sweet of him. But I also have one which is just tea and coffee mixed together with a little bit of mica in it, and that has a little bit of glue to hold the mica. So just a drop of PVA inside the water, and that made a lovely spray to use. So you know, you don't need these fancy things. I'll use this darker one, I think, again. I'm just going to put these around randomly. If you think about it, you're reading a book. You know, you want to remember what page you're on. You want to remember what you're doing, just in case your bookmark falls out. These little bits of paper here are ideal for. I thought it was genius. So ever since she's made these, I've been making them too, because like I say, I made a book for a book lover. I made a journal and I put one of these in here and she absolutely loved it. So what you can do is you can just clip this in. Say this is your page here. You can just put this over the page like that and just pop a little paper clip on there. And I think with this paper clip, with this one, I'm going to add one of my little bird paper clips. Where did I find these? I think I found these in the range again. I don't only shop in the range. I do go to other places. Just used to be the video for the range. And they were quite cheap. I found them in the little stationery section next to the craft section. Yeah, they're so cute. They're so cute. So I would probably clip it up to the top of the page like that. And I'd probably put the clip this way, because that's just cute, isn't it? Look at that. So there you go. We have this bookmark. We've got this bookmark, and I've only managed to make 2 again today. I've really got to sort myself out and try to speed up a little bit. But there we go. I'm going to get on and make a few more, and I will see you next time. Please like and subscribe. My Etsy shop is just down in the description box down there. You'll find also the link to Pam's, so you can find out where to get these digitals from. And yeah, See you next time. Bye.